Hi Krita, hi Maulik. I hope you and the whole Evidence Dev team are doing well. I thought that it would probably be easier if I showed you, so if I recorded a video and showed you what kind of things that I wanted changing. Instead of some of these emails that I send with text, it can be quite difficult to follow. So I've recorded this video so I can point at exactly what it is that I want changing, and I think it will hopefully be easy for you guys. So first of all, I just want to thank you guys for all your hard work on this site. It's really coming together. It's fulfilling my vision of what I wanted it to be like in the first place. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the overall site. There's a few things that I want to change, and I'll go on to explain them hopefully. Okay. So we're here now on the home page, not logged in. So this is when a user isn't logged in and they come on the home page, right? Things that I want changing from this. So first of all, the logo. So obviously just to update it with the new logo that I sent you. Secondly, the name. So I'm really sorry because I know I'm the one who said change it to Mypedia Me. We've had some issues with domains and I'm not being sure with what to actually call the website, but I promise you that this is the last change and I will be calling it Mypedia. So the name needs to change here, here, and down here, and really anywhere else on the site. Obviously the name needs to change from Mypedia Me to Mypedia. Again, I'm really sorry about that, it is my fault. And also on any communication emails, so when a user signs up, they get an email saying you've created your Mypedia Me account. Obviously that needs to change as well to Mypedia. So anywhere on the site, the name needs to be Mypedia. Okay, the next thing is most viewed profiles. So this is on the home page. Can you see these links on the left? This link, it should ideally go across one line. So just like example profile, random profile. So if I click on About Us, you'll see what I mean, hopefully. So you can see most viewed profiles comes across on one line. It's not spread over two lines. And it should be consistent across the site. So this is how it should be laid out. So I think on this page, maybe the sidebar is just a bit wider. So if you keep that on all the pages, so even on the home page, it should be consistent. It should be the same. So most viewed profiles should be on one line only, not spread out on two. So that's another change. Okay, the next change is my account. So when a user signs in, so I'm just going to sign in with one of my dummy accounts. So when I sign in, you can see my account here. My profile, my feed, all of these things, right, and the drop down menu. And this should also appear, so all of this and the drop down menu and all the links should also appear when the user is not signed in. So even if I'm not signed in, my account should be here, and it should be under home. So it should be home, then my account, then most viewed profiles. Now obviously if I'm not signed in, then I don't have an account. So what I want to happen is when the person clicks on my account, it should go to the login page. So if someone's not signed in and they click on my account, it should take them to this. If they click on my feed or my profile or my suggestion or my views or any of those my stuff that you need to view if you're logged in, if they're not logged in, it should take them to this page. So if they're not logged in on my account, it should go to this page. Okay. So let me just get back to the home page. Right. So the next change. So we need the home and then my account here, and mostly profiles on the same line. Next change is the titles. So the titles on every page throughout the site, if we can make them just a bit larger, so you can see on Wikipedia, that's quite a large title there. On Mypedia it's smaller. We need to extend the size so it matches the size of that. Okay. The other change for the titles is that every word should begin with a capital letter. So that V should be capital and that P should be capital. And it should be consistent, it should be the same across the site. The next change is this text here. So obviously that will change to Mypedia. But instead of having this all in capitals, if we could have, in fact, maybe in capitals, I'm just trying to think. Maybe in capitals it is good, but if we can just have it a bit bigger then, so to match the same kind of font as the titles. I think the font looks a bit out of place. I think if you match the same font as the titles and put it across here, sign up with Mypedia, and for now you can keep it as capitals, and we'll see how that looks. Maybe I'm not sure whether it will look better like this, so only capital letters there, only capital letter there, or everything in capitals. Yeah, for now keep it as everything in capitals. Sign up with Mypedia, but just have the same font as this, so because I think it looks a bit out of place. Okay, the numbers here, the next change is that the numbers here, I need them to stick out a bit more, please. So can you see how you've got a border around here? If you could put a border around the numbers, I think that will help them stick out. That's what we need. We need a border around each of these numbers. Okay. The next change that we need to make is the tabs at the top are really good. So I like this. I like home, my profile, about us, help. Can we just add one more tab saying contact us? So contact us, I told you on the email, I think one of the changes that you're going to make soon is that terms shouldn't be there. Instead it should be contact us. So we have that link at the top here after help, please. So that's contact us. And then we need the order of these links on the left. I just want to change the order slightly. So home will be at the top. Then you'll have my account and all the drop downs that come in my account, so my profile, my feed, my suggestions, these things. So obviously you'll have that under home. Then you'll have most viewed profiles, then example profile, then random profile, and the order of these I just want to change. So about us should go first, then help, then disclaimer, then privacy policy, and then contact us. So really I'm asking to swap terms and disclaimer around. So disclaimer goes there, and terms or contact us as it will be called will go there. And that needs to be here, and then also on the footer of each page needs to match the left. So it should be home, about us, help, disclaimer, privacy policy, and contact us. So again, terms and disclaimer will switch around. Disclaimer should be there, and contact us or terms, contact us will be there. Okay, excellent. The next change, so I know there's quite a few changes on the home page, but I've been through the rest of the site and there's like all these links, there's not many changes to be made to these links. So but the home page, there's just a few tidy up. So here, these descriptions are really good. They list off the profiles and I'm really happy with them, and you've done them exactly how I wanted. The only thing we need to do is just neaten it up a bit. So here, can you see the gap here? There shouldn't be a gap there. And there shouldn't be a gap. It should just be 19, so 19 and TH, shouldn't be a gap. Also here, after the month, there shouldn't be a gap for the comma either. So let me highlight that. That shouldn't be a gap. It should just be June and then comma straight away. Okay. Also the month needs to be a capital letter. Just like you've got July here, capital letter, June here. For M, it's not a capital letter, so we need to make sure every month has a capital letter. And then finally, we need brackets. See like this, you've got a bracket around when they were born. That's perfect. We need that for every profile. Some of them don't have them, so like Sandy Emoji doesn't have any brackets. This one doesn't have any brackets. So we need every profile to be consistent and the same, and they all should have brackets around the date of birth. Okay, moving on to the search function. So this search function is excellent. I really like it, especially when I type in, say, Shahid, and then you get kind of suggestions that usually come down here. Like that. That's amazing. I really like that. It's excellent. The only thing I want to change to the search function is when you've got these, kind of queries, that should be changed to name. So in the UK, people will really, they go off name instead of users. So if you change that to name, school is fine, university is fine, occupation, and then what we need in between school and name should be location. So name, location, then school, university, occupation. So I think it was agreed on the project proposal to have location as one of the search functions. So can we have location added in there? Now when you use these are excellent. So if I want to search my name and I click on users, and I click on Shahid Hassan, I think I've created a few profiles, so maybe, it's about 4 of them will come up. It's really good, right? For all, right, can we have that to be a free text search, please? So we spoke about this before, and then I think I wasn't sure about having a free text search, but ideally, I think it would work better if I do have a free text search. So I'll give you an example. If I type in Sandy, right, so there his description comes up, and you can see Ahmedabad is where in his profile. If I type that in there, nothing comes up, right? Now on the all function, when someone says on the all function, right, that should be a free text search, so it should come up. His profile should come up, right, because he has that word in his profile. But when people go to users or name as it was called, then it shouldn't come up because people should only search for name. So only the name should come up. Okay? So I hope this is clear. If not, you can ask me. But basically, if people click that, then they should only be able to search by name. If people click on school, they should only be able to search schools. If people click university, they should only be able to search universities. This stuff doesn't change. But for all, then that should be a free text search. So I think currently all is the same as names, same as users. But really that should be a free text search that searches anything in their profile. Okay. Also, when there's no results, can we change that to no results found? So that should be an S on the end. No results found. Right, just for just in the UK, that's how people will refer to it. Okay, that's all the changes really on the home page when you're not logged in. Okay, I know there's quite a few, but that's all the changes on the home page when you're not logged in. Now we'll go on to mostly profiles. So this is excellent, right? There's no real changes that need to be made apart from changes that I've already mentioned. So that should be a capital V, that should be a capital P, so it should be capital there. There should be a border around these numbers. And then also this should be neatened up, so there shouldn't be a gap there, there shouldn't be a gap there, that should be a capital M, there should be brackets around all of the date of birth. So things like this, right, but these are all things that I already mentioned on the last page. Apart from that, this mostly profiles page is excellent, very good, thanks. Okay, next page, example profile. So this, I've started, I sign in. I've started an example profile, right? So I've called it example profile, and I've written here tips for what people should be doing when they create a profile. So the profile gives you a guide. Hello and welcome to Mypedia. Thanks for signing up. Blah blah blah. Education. I need to edit this because I was just rubbish, but I'll write things like, this is the section where you put your degree or your school or your primary school or stuff like that. Career, this is the section where you talk about your job, and this stuff I will update. So I will update this profile, but what I need you to do is link example profile to this profile. So anytime someone clicks on this link, it automatically takes them to this profile. And obviously I'll change the information on this to make sure it all makes sense. So when people click the example profile, instead of taking it to this link, it should take it to my profile that I've created. Okay? The other thing with this example profile is that the views for this profile shouldn't count. Right? So I can imagine a lot of people clicking on example profile and coming to view this profile that I've created, and the views are going to go up, and you're going to get loads of views, and on the home page, the most viewed person, on most viewed profiles, the most viewed person will be my example profile, because everybody will be clicking on it. So I don't want that to happen, so I don't want any views to be counted for example profile. Right, for my profile, which I've created this plugin, there should be no views that are counted. Okay? Excellent. So apart from that, so that should take it exactly to example profile link. Random profile is amazing. It works really well. So it takes you to a random profile on the website. That's really good. Excellent. I really like that. Thank you. There's no changes to be made to random profile. These contents pages. So about us, help, terms. So the only changes I want to say, about us, privacy policy and disclaimer, I just want to update with the new content I've given you. So I gave you some content. If you just put them on there, that's fine. No other changes need to be made. For terms, it will be called contact us, and it will be the little bit of writing I gave you. For help, the link should be called help. That should say help. That should say help. That should say help. That's all fine. But on this page, on the help page itself, the title should be frequently asked questions, or in brackets FAQs. So I've sent you this separately, and I've sent you all of the questions. I think there's about 14 or 15 questions. Now the way the questions should be laid out is like this. So this is from Wikipedia. So obviously you can ignore the top bit, that's not important. But each question, so at the top there should be a contents box. So here we should also have a contents box that you can hide or show. And the contents box should take you exactly to a question, just like that. And the contents box should be grey background like this, just exactly the same as Wikipedia. You don't have to copy the blue background here. Wikipedia has a light blue background here. Ignore that. Just keep the contents box and a white background. So the questions I've sent you should be the same layout as this. So my question should be, what is Mypedia, or whatever my first question is. It should be in the same order as I sent you the questions, and the title should be like this, and then there should be a slight indent just like this, and then the text should start from here and the answer to the question. So it should be laid out the same as this. Obviously you won't have an edit button. On Wikipedia anybody can edit anything, so they've got that. On Mypedia obviously you can't. But it's important to have the layout just like this, and the contents box like this that you can hide. I don't think we have that on Mypedia at the moment. Even in profiles we have the contents box, but we can't hide it, and we need to implement that throughout the site. Okay, so that's help. So I've gone through all of these links. I've gone through all of these links. So my profile and stuff like that, I will go through I'll set up an account and talk you through any changes that I want made. That will be on another video. I've gone through the search function, so that should be changed to name. We should have a location in between name and school, search function, and that should be free text. The other two links I want to go to is sign up and sign in. So sign up is an excellent link. There's no changes that need to be made to this. This is great. I'm very happy with this. Sign in is also excellent. The only change I want to make is the sign up size of this font should be the same as forgot your password. So that's obviously slightly bigger now, and that's smaller. If you can make that the same size as that, it would be perfect. So that's all the links for now. This is part one of these videos. I will make another video going through what changes I need to make to the profiles part and things like that. But I'm really going through the site thoroughly and making all the changes, and I hope once all these changes are implemented, there will be no more need to change anything. So thanks for all your hard work so far. It's looking really good, and once these changes are made, it will be really it'll be excellent, really. So thank you very much, and I will create another video soon. I also have notes of things that need to be changed, so I will send you that as well. But really, you should watch the videos, because I think these videos are clear of what I want, are more clear, so that they make it clear of what I want changing. And so thank you, Maulik, thank you, Krita, and I will speak to you soon. Thanks.